Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Wednesday, June 24th. Hope everybody's having a great morning. All right, let's see if we can get out of this losing streak that we have found ourselves in, which has not been very fun. So let's go in with some positive expectations and see what the market's willing to give us here this morning. All right, let's go over our charts here. Let's start on the NQ. We've got a key level here at the 29,770. Another key level at the 29,752. We've got an area of buyer unbalanced volume area sitting between the 29,699 and the 29,654. Another key level at the 29,577. I thought we had something else, but nope. I think we're missing one here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So we've got a key piece of seller unbalanced volume. This one is going to definitely be a hot spot if we can get back up there. We've got a key level at the 30,662, which coincides exactly with the bottom of this band, super strong. Another key level within the band at the 307,701. So again, when we come up to here, we would expect a reaction right off of a quick reaction off of this band, and if not, we could sweep this band and head to the downside from there. Take a look at the ES here. Start up here. I think we got something else above it. We do not. All right, we'll start with this guy. Seems to be funnest one. Seller unbalanced volume on the ES at the 7612 down to the 7605. Key levels here at the 7549 and the 7541. Big piece of seller unbalanced volume sitting at the 7513 to the 7496. And then two key levels that we were kind of bouncing around here early this morning at the 7449 and the 7445. We have reclaimed the top part of these key levels. So we'll see if they want to come back and retest these. Another key level at the 7415. And finally, some buyer unbalanced volume at the 7353 to the 7333. Take a look at gold. We've got a, this was a buyer unbalanced volume area yesterday, and now we have flipped this band to be resistance up here. A lot of selling pressure up here at this 4104 to the 4088. I don't think there's anything below there. There's not. And then above it, another piece of seller unbalanced volume, 4198 to the 4187. So there's a sneak peek to the NQ, the ES, and gold. How's everybody doing this morning? Steve, good morning. Keith, William, English, good morning, y'all. Give me a second, guys. Morning, Todd. Joe, good morning. Rob, good morning. Joe, good morning. All right, so just identified some seller unbalanced volume here on the ES at the 74.75 to the 74.68. Let's see if there's anything a little cleaner. $65, $66. Is that where we bounced? Shoot. I wonder if that was a flip there. It was not. Had a late start this morning, so just kind of catching up here. I was eyeing this area out. Just don't like the fact that we've got these two key levels sitting right here. This here could be a small AVT setup, but I'm just having a hard time here. My controls down here. It just doesn't make sense here in this one. Nothing to do there. So this will be a good test here for the ES. The ES can come back down to this 74.57 area. Let's see if the buyers want to reclaim this or balance out this area up here at the 74.68. I don't really care if the sellers want to take it first or if the buyers here want to step back in. Just been a brutal last couple days in the markets, man. I want to say since I don't think my trading has really recovered since I took that loss on the NQ or during that high impact news. I was kind of going back at my journal and TradeZilla. It seemed like since that hit that I took, I just haven't hasn't been good trading since. I mean, yesterday with my signal members, I don't have the, it's not going to show the execution here, but signal members can attest. It was, I spotted a long on the NQ. I had, I ended up taking the trade off a flip. I got stopped out by, I think it was about 3 ticks. And I told the signal members where we were going for price action, which was like 100 and I think it was close to 150 points. Well, I ended up making about $1,700 on my blue sky because I took it on with 5 micros. So if we subtract that, divide that by half, that would have been 3,000. To make 3,000 on the NQ, you'd have to be at 150 points. And that ended up nailing it right at the 150 point mark. And even on my cash account, I was like, I'm going to hold this guy. And I ended up getting stopped out there. My blue sky had 5 micros, so I had a little bit bigger stop. I think it was 70 ticks in total. So what is that, like 15 points of risk? It was a pretty crazy trade. So again, if I could see some strong buying coming in here, I would be looking for a long back into this area up here. See, buyers here are trying to keep this up here. I'd have to see something special here from the bulls. Keeping a really close eye here on this footprint. All right, I'm going to take a short here. And I'm just going to take this right back to this key level right here. Pop this guy right there. 3 points of risk. Put this right at the 74.50. Got strong delta to the downside here. Just trying to hope to get a continuation here, at least right back down to this key level. Kind of rejected these highs up here. Now they might want to retest this area right here. Could probably bring my stop up a few ticks just to be on the safe side. So 3.5 points of risk, 4.5 point target. So I'm currently stop loss is at the 74.58. Target's at the 74.50. And the real very strong target would be right here, right at this key level. So I'm positioned about 3 ticks above it. Yeah, so Tad says the sudden increase of ATR is taking you out of some of these trades. I'm in full research mode now, trying to figure out if instead of pullback you get continuation, you're just collecting data. Yeah, the NQ is definitely has definitely been in this secondary pullback mode that has obviously been hurting. Because, to be honest with you, I see the moves extremely well recently. It's just been extremely unfortunate with the amount of times that I get stopped out by a point or two. I don't see a reason here why we shouldn't go straight to TP. See what the candles are telling me here. Not really liking this hang up right here. We should have melted right here. Alright, we're at value high up here. We're not at value low. We should get a melt here straight to TP. Not sure what the holdup is. Come on, sellers, let's go. Missed it by a tick there. Come on, little push here. Jeez. twice. Right on my inch. Right on my... There we go. All right, nice little trade there. 4.5 points there on the ES. And now we'll be looking for... I mean, this is an area where we could get a bounce right back to the upside. I just don't like the fact that we've got these two key levels sitting right in our way. Thanks, Shayloves. Needed that one. No trades last night. Todd, not sure if I lost my mojo or not, but I know that the it's been a string of unfortunate events lately, so... And the funny thing is, I'm positioned. My position size. I know I could make back. I could make back capital very, very quickly. But it's also at the same time kind of bleeding me dry a little bit here. I'll be honest with you, Todd. So you're saying I am finding the past few weeks the pre-market session seems to follow the rules a bit more, even with planned news. Obviously, I've been, and my stats have shown it. I have been struggling over the last probably about 2 weeks with market open till about 10:30. It seems like 10:30 to 12 o'clock. Seem to get some pretty decent setups. I don't really have a planned time to trade at night. I really don't trade a lot at night. I know I've been showing up with some P&L from the night session, but it's not something I typically do. I mainly will look about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what I got going on that night. If I'm working, or like yesterday, my daughter had a softball game, so I didn't get home until about 10:30 at night. But I will take a look at the charts just to see. I like to see what at the Globex Open, you know, the kind of the movement that we had, and to spot to see if there's any signals that, you know, I can post. But really hasn't been super much lately that's A+. And I'm not seeing that much strength yet on this move to the upside. No flip here on the footprint. Not really seeing any absorption here by sellers, or by buyers, I should say. Even though this is an area where I could see a bounce coming up, I'm not getting any type of confirmation that could be sustained here. Just not seeing the buyer strength yet. This would have been an area for them to try to hold on to. But this entire move here just got absorbed pretty quickly. Q's up to, and Q's just kind of sitting in these two key levels as well. Q's kind of had a tough time getting through this right here, which is pretty close to where the ES is having a hard time as well. Sellers are pushing here. If the sellers win this battle here, you could see a pretty strong drop here. Could want to retest this here very quickly. See a big drop here. All right, I'm gonna take a short, and I'm gonna pop this guy down here. Let's see. I'll just kind of manage this guy here as I see fit. Let's see if we get a drop. Come on, NQ. I think if we break here, pretty much where my entry's at, we should see a pretty strong dump. I'll try to reduce my stop here. Come on. Should see the dump right here. Let's go. A power candle. Come on. They're kind of struggling here. I want to see some immediate feedback here. Come on. What's the holdup here, man? Let's go. Let's go. Dump it. All right, I don't want to see it come back against me here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm going to take that off right there. Ah, it's only 13 points. It felt like more than that. Saw my P&L at 360. We should get the continuation dump here, though. At least into these 699s. Right around here. Should have probably held on to this one just a little bit longer, but there's not much in the way here to stop it. That probably would have been my full TP there, but Nice trade. And this TP here was definitely some battle wounds from the last couple days, because I knew that I actually kind of felt like we would melt. Like, this was a good melt that I kind of missed out on right here. Actually, this one was the good melt. This is where I ended up getting a little shaken out on the pullback here. I thought we would see some continuation on that one, but right there, we knocked right into it. Okay. Not a good sign there for sellers. To be honest with you, though, if they overtake here, you're going to come down to the bottom of this band right here. It's going to take some work, and for 15 minutes before the market open, I'm not sure. It could be a little dicey here. But they could just want to swipe at all of this unbalanced volume right here to like the 60s, 59, 60s. Just taking a look at my email. I haven't even checked my email this morning. I'm going to see if I got any news from Iron Beam to see if that account is set up. So I've been watching a lot more of the videos on the deep charts. I still haven't figured out. I haven't put time into it yet, into this part, but I haven't figured out footprints yet. Like I can't. I need to get my charts kind of set up with the footprints here, and I haven't been able to get that done. Did figure out the big trades kind of scenario with the bubbles. This is just kind of a limitation on my data feed right now. But really enjoying the platform in general. It's kind of stupid. I was only on 2 micros here on that short that we just took. Normally on 5 on this eval. I'm trying to pass. And I think we probably have about $400 left to pass on that. We got about $200. Yeah, we got $300 left to go on this eval. Damn, what a bounce. I guess we could have played that bounce. Shoot. We're getting pretty close to market open anyways, so. I do like that. I like these templates that they have down here. And I think another really useful feature that I've been kind of really liking is I saw this on a video 2 days ago and implemented it today. So you could take price off and you can then get a good picture. I'm on the 1 minute, so it's going to take a long time to kind of scroll, but you kind of take a good picture of like where, you know, the profiles are all at. And without all the noise of the chart, well, what you're seeing here is not the chart, but these are actually the market bubbles, which I think is cool that they kind of leave on there. You could take it off if you want. But in general, so far, I'm really liking it. So only thing really left that I need is I need to get the footprints on here, and I need to get the deep dom on there, which is the heat map. I got to install that module. I haven't installed that module yet. But their volume tools are definitely superior to NinjaTrader. Easier to work with. I think just cleaner. And if you're an order flow trader like myself, I think you can really get some really good benefits from it. I did, yeah. I bought the full version. Bought the full version, and I bought the Deep Dom add-on. And I'm currently waiting for my deep charts CQ, not my deep charts, my iron beam CQG connection to be established with iron beam, so I can have a live account on deep charts. I don't even know if my funds are available yet. Yeah. So this account, I had 700 in here. Oh no, it's still not available. So I funded it with another 5K, and then they took out some money for my CQG connection. So I'm just waiting for that for them to email me back and let me know that that's ready to go, and then I'll connect it to deep charts and we'll see. Well, that's cool. Just got a notification. New event starting soon. Live charting and Q&A with Andre Simi, which is the guy. He's like, I think he's the owner or whatever, partner. He's the one that does the videos with Fabio. Join us for calendar events. I would have actually loved to have joined that. That's unfortunately right in the middle of my streams. All right, it's about that time. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. See exactly where we tapped into, where we got that strong reaction? It was right there. Right where I had marked off for you guys earlier. All right, this is going to be an important spot here on the NQ as well. Let's see if the sellers want to... Oh, wow. Wow. Well, funny thing is that we bounced right on... we bounced right at the area that I was thinking we would bounce. The timing kind of sucked, but... Oh, I want to see if I can add... Let's see if I can add his... his initial balance. That's what I wanted to do today. Let's add that. And then let's set this for 30 minutes. We'll do 30 minutes and then we'll do 60 minutes. I want to see how this works. So built in, he's got a you know, an initial balance, an orb, opening range, whatever you want to call it. And you can obviously set it to whatever minutes, 15, 5, 15, you know, 30. I have it right now set to 30, which is based on his strategy. Once we get past the 30, I'll switch it to the 60. But he's got a pretty unique approach to the initial balance as well, using... So there's kind of two different concepts. One is he will just, once the 30 minutes is passed out, he will put his fixed volume profile, you know, from here to right. Oops, I don't think I can drag it that long. Whoops, it inversed right there. Not sure why. Let's try that again. Just as an example here. And then what he will look for, well, I guess what Fabio's looking for is he'll look for the very low volume nodes, like right here. Obviously, he waits for the whole half an hour to be established, and he marks those off. They also mark off the point of control, value area high, value area low, see where he gets a bounce at, versus the other guy, which I think his name is Andre. He's looking for, his is more of a breakout. So if he gets a breakout with strong volume, or he sees, you know, a market bubble on the breakout, then he'll just take the breakout long or short. And then they give you also like projections as far as a TP. It's not set yet because it's a price action is not done. It hasn't completed the 30 minutes. But they'll give you like a TP1, and then they'll also give you like a TP2, which they call their protection line. So I don't know. It's just kind of curious to see how that would kind of play out. It's the first time I mess around with it. You see how like the bubbles are just tiny? I don't really know why that is. It's kind of weird. Like sometimes they'll be bigger. And I'm not talking about like the size, the volume size. I'm just saying even the minimum bubble is just too tiny. So that's just something I have noticed. But I like this. I like the delta histogram over here as well, because it, you know, will show you, you know, at the point of control who was really in control, where sellers really have stepped in for the session. This is for the day, actually. And then I've got the weekly profile over here. I could put a composite profile, like, which is what I trade with on all my charts off to my sides. And I usually have it on a 45-day. But we'll see. We'll see if once the 30 minutes is up, we'll put the volume profile tool here, and we'll see. We'll see if we can catch a trade here and see if we can pass this eval. I think I need $300 more, but their dashboard hasn't updated. And validate this guy. 1 minute. Missed entry there, so damn close. Huh. What the hell's wrong with you, charts? There you go. I did have a short setup here on deep charts that I was going to take right off of this band right down to this level right here. But I just invalidated it, as we have missed it now twice. We missed it here, and we missed it here by like 2 ticks, which would have gone straight to TP very, very quickly. again, just still seeing the market really well. Just been a little bit unfortunate one way or the other. Where did this guy? I should have left that. There's definitely support up there. I should say resistance. Supply. So now I'm going to be very curious to see what the ES does. Right here. If I can plot it. Again, just kind of going back to that key, those two key levels again here. I kind of take that back. There's kind of a roadblock right there as well. Got a lot of roadblocks actually. Yeah, it's going to be tough for it to get I think it's going to be really tough for it to get down to this key level here at the 74.15. It's got a lot of work to do. I mean, you can even almost extend this out. That's a big area to kind of bust through here. I'm gonna say, was that the point of control from yesterday? Let's see. Take price off for a second. Yeah, it was. Yeah, point of control is going to be sitting right there. That's why this is going to be a tough area for the market to get through. So no trade there. So my thinking was here, if we can break down below the 74.40s, we could see a good strong movement to the downside, but it's not going to be quick. And then are the buyers showing anything right now here on the ES? Right about to take a long on the ES there because they are showing some strength there. $74.57 is a good target for them right there. pullback here, maybe? Oh, we did. We did get a pullback. Dang, that would have been a good little pullback there to, yep. Yep. That was the move right there. I even said it, like, let's see if we can get a pullback right here. And we got a nice little pullback right there. That would have been quick 6-pointer on the ES. All right. No big deal. We're going to struggle up here a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, the more and more I use the deep charts program, I can see the huge benefit here. Didn't necessarily think that I would be looking into a platform flip, but looks possible. I hate when I click on that be right back. I see the $1,100 P&L for the month. Started off so promising. This is kind of a no-go zone here. I mean, I don't really love any setup right now on the ES. Because I feel like if we break down from this level here at the 74.40, if we can break down, retest, and then see some strength to the downside, yeah, there's a possible short. But again, you're going into a huge chunk of volume sitting right here that's buyer controlled right now. So, you know, kind of looking for an ultimate target here at the 74.15s. But you'd have to withstand some pretty severe pullbacks here. See the struggle here. Even though we're starting to see continuation there. Let's see if they hold this level here or not. Okay, buyers absorbing. I don't want to give up this area right here. Yeah, buyer stepping back in. And then the only thing I don't like about the Ninja Traders one is that it's not real time, so I got to wait for the candle to close. So I was kind of messing around with like a 30-second candle just to see this data a little bit quicker. So it's a little unfortunate, but this is the level, 74.40s. We're definitely on the right side of the market here, so. All right, let's see if the buyers can continue here. Good continuation right there. Now Now we got to see if they can get the buyers. Let's see if the buyers can get finally break into this area here. I did have an order to go short up here that I canceled. I invalidated this on my signal group. So the setup looked something like this. You know, short in this purple area right here. But we missed this already twice. We missed it here by up like a point, and then we missed it here by like a tick or two. So I kind of invalidated at that point. But that was my thesis here, was a short. Again, if I had currently on range chart, just because I don't have my footprints on here yet. Yeah, see, they're still having a hard time here. All right, that would have been entry there. Let's see if it would have been a good invalidation or not. Let's see if... Buyers are struggling here. All right, I'm gonna take a short there. Let's see if I can grab this guy. Put him right here. This is where they had the most issues. We'll see. Did see sellers step in, but we'll see here. Might be asking a lot in the same zone. Maybe I could take this off so we can see the candles a little clear. Definitely not liking what I'm seeing here. Come on. They got a great trail stop feature too. I'll show it to you guys later on maybe I'll do like a sim trade. Alright, I'm gonna take it off right there. Nice trade. So they have a feature with their trail stop that I think is pretty cool. I mean, I went into sim right now. I just want to take a. I'm gonna take a. Where are we? Where do you think we're going here? They keep. Let's take the short, even though I don't necessarily think we're gonna get a short. Let's see. So I'll put my stop loss up here. I'm in sim right now, so this is not a real trade. I'm just doing this for. I don't know what that means. So if I hit the trail stop and I put my trail trigger right here, now, oops. Why isn't it not doing it? Oh, it's because it hasn't moved yet. Okay, so you see where I put that trail stop at? It should move now. Or maybe because it wasn't linked. Of course, when I want to show it, it doesn't show it. All right, let me close that out. Yeah, this wasn't an LCO order. Let me do it this way. Hold on. I don't know why it didn't link those. All right, let's take a short here. Yeah, why are my brackets not showing up? Damn. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Price warning, yes. Oh, my brackets aren't showing up. Oh, they are showing up. Okay. They're just way down there. All right, so now if I do trail stop and I want to put it here, what the fuck? So much for showing you this. I mean, yesterday worked perfectly fine in my account. I don't know why. Like, if you put it there and then every point it will move from that distance. I don't know why it's not working right now though, guys. So let's see if we get a price. If price moves down, if it'll move. Yeah, it's got great break-even trail features down here on the order management. I don't know why. I must be doing something wrong. Why is this 750 bucks? Well, it's 30 points. Oh, maybe that's why it hasn't moved down enough. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. All right, worked really nice. Let's see if it moves that distance. So wait, what if I do this? Yeah. Thought it would work, but it doesn't. It worked yesterday really nicely. I'm just wondering maybe if price action needs to come down just a little bit for it to activate. No, it should have activated already. I don't know why it didn't work. My apologies. But it was very cool. It's not working. Okay. Close out of this. Let's go back into Blue Sky. So I think we are 188 and 173 is 400. I think we're about $100 short of our goal there. We'll see what we can catch. Oh, the initial balance. Let's do that now. Let's look at that one. Let's go to the NQ. Nope, that's my chart. All right. So let me get rid of this guy. Initial balance is set. So now let's put the fixed volume profile right here. 2. Right there. And then we should see projections here. We don't. This is really making me look bad here. Not making me look bad necessarily, it's making the platform now look so great. Enable projections. Opening range 30 minutes. Oh yeah, 30 minutes has passed. I swear guys, it worked. Oh, this is so bad. So bad. Yeah, I don't see projections or anything here. I don't know. Looks like a dud. Go back to Ninja Trader. Let's go back to something we know it's working perfectly fine. What kind of thesis do we have here on the ES? Sucked, they invalidated that one. That one worked out. Sorry, Tiger, I didn't, I was too busy confused with the trailing stop. I don't know, yesterday the trailing stop worked perfectly fine for me. I did test it out on a few when I was in a few trades, but one reason or the other didn't work there, so... it even has now the break even without... Yeah, I saw that. The break even I saw when I installed the program. That actually screwed me up on the first day. The first day I took a trade. It was a Globex Open. That was the day that I think I hit for 1,000 points on the NQ. It was crazy. Or no, maybe it wasn't 1,000 points. It was 300 points or something like that. But I had that break even set, and then with 10, I think it was like 10 points of profit, it would go to break even. And I kept getting stopped out on the breakouts, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I realized that I had the break even there. But yeah, the break even's nice. Trail's nice. I just don't know why it wasn't working necessarily there. So you got to put the trigger when you were in profit. Okay, that could be it. I did say that, but I didn't know. I thought I was in profit at one point when I did it. Maybe not. But like on this balance, I should be getting like a TP level and a projection or a protected on this initial balance template that they have. I don't see it. Chart Academy. Chart Academy launched. Am I allowed to put? Yeah, absolutely. Put my email in there. Like I said, I know he was doing they do a live Q&A every Wednesday. I would have loved to sat through that. Damn. Didn't mean to do that. All right, so we need to find one more decent trade. I need $98, so let's call it 103 just to be on the safe side. Past this guy. So we got to find one more trade, guys, here. Quite honestly, I do like the shorts here. I do like the shorts here. Chart Academy is just it's a I don't know why my chart isn't shrinking like it used to. But the scroll bar used to shrink. It's just a training academy with deep charts, part of the community. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's what you were talking about, because I saw on D charts they have They've got a really nice, trying to find it, but I don't see it now. Where all their videos are located at. All right, let's see if we see a bounce here. Should see a bounce right here. Sellers are loading up. This is probably a good short right here. See if I can get a little continuation there. Don't need that much. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close. Nice. All right, we're done with that eval. That eval is done and passed. Should be. That was 120 bucks. I think I did the math right there. I don't know how much the commissions are going to be, but we'll see. We will see. I should have, yeah. I only needed 98. I think I made 117 on that last trade. I'm up today on the account. I was up, let's call it 300 on the MNQ, and on the ES I was up 173. So close to 500 today, which is really all I needed to make. But until I guess wait for the dashboard to load up, see if that's nice. There you go. Profit target achieved, 100%, 3,000. All right, so now I don't know what happens, but I guess by tomorrow we'll have a funded account to trade on that. Waiting for the iron beam thing to work out. And there I just pretty much just used order flow. That was the breakdown of the 30-minute range. So we did dip below, but then you guys can see the clear absorption here. We'll look at on the footprint. So you had sellers attempting at the bottom, and then where did buyers step in? They stepped in towards the top part of the candle. This is a very simple absorption pattern here from buyers, and then just rode that. I don't know, I think I needed maybe 14 points or something like that to pass that one. So and that is the difference. You make 3K on an account that you're just trading the micros, and over the last, I would say over the last week, I'm probably down now 1,400. Well, I'm up 500 today on cash. Probably down $1,000, and then you're up because on the micros, obviously my stop loss could be a little bit bigger. Obviously my my reward isn't as great, but over the last couple of days in the market environment, smaller position, bigger stops would have put me really, really nicely in the green. It is 3,000. I made $3,000. So the profit target's $53,000. Current equity, 53,000. Right here, current equity 53,000, 3,000 of the 3,000. I made a little more than the 3,000 that I needed, but oh, here, activate account. Use your activation email. Use the link to complete your account activation payment. Oh, there is a payment to the activation. That kind of stinks. Oh, I think we chose the smaller, the cheaper one just to get the feed. All right, let's do that. All right, so I think the total investment there was $130 for 50K. There's a $99 activation fee. All right. So that is paid for and passed. So now it looks like I need to hit a profit target of $3,000 with a consistency of 34%. So we'll see how that goes. I also took a shit ton of trades on my dailies. So we're in the dailies right here. So I was just taking, I think on my dailies I was taking 3 micros, 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. And then on areas that I was spotting of imbalance or unbalanced volume, I was taking those with 5 micros because those are pretty small. They're about 10 points. Just limit orders, so no footprint confirmation or anything like that. So like, you know, even though it looks like you would have lost there, but you dropped down to the 1 minute, and you probably would have lost there. You wouldn't have gotten the 1.5. That level reacted really nicely. Hard to trade there though. Let's look at the ES. Let's look at the ES. I don't think the ES has got anything. We've just been stuck in between these for 2 days. Gold, same thing. Gold, I don't think has anything. No. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. What I have gotten blue sky a blue sky evaluation, probably not. But I believe it was Tiger. Tiger was the one that told me that you can get a deep charts evaluation, or a license to deep charts. Their basic version, but really had everything minus the deep trades. But it gives you the full functionality of the platform. So I have no experience with them as far as payouts or rules. So we will see. Well, their activation was really fast. They reactivated the funded. So the funded's already ready to roll. $2,000 drawdown. I do like this little window that they have for the portfolio. So right now I just have Sim and the Blue Sky. Eventually, I hope to have my Iron Beam sitting right here as well. I think that's pretty cool. I like the fact that you could just see the drawdown right from your platform. So what do you guys think? IB has been terrible. Has been pretty terrible. Not necessarily because the strategy hasn't worked. We haven't had any looks. We haven't had any looks of no flips whatsoever on the IB for, man, I want to say at least 4 weeks. During that whole Iran, well, I know it's still going on, but during that whole increased volatility, we were just blowing through it. And then the trade idea actually was, we would blow through it when we would come down and use it as support for another move up. I've been kind of thinking that with volatility, even though I think we're at 41 on the ATR on the 1 minute, so we're still pretty damn high. Just hasn't really given us any good opportunities here. Do I want to risk? Do like seeing 500 bucks up on the cash today. Shit, ATR on the 5 minute says Rob was at 111. Wow. Yeah, so it might not be the environment for the IB. Even though I do like the amount of liquidity that's going to be sitting there. I mean, these are pretty strong pivots here. Forgot which trader it was that's looking at the gamma exposure. What are we in gamma today? I would assume we're probably in negative gamma, if I had to guess. I don't know who it was that tracks that. But that's just my guess. I don't know. I don't have a way of looking at it. Actually, let me ask Grok. Maybe Grok can tell us. It's funny looking at my search history on Grok. What is... Are we in positive... Negative. Oh yeah, seeing it. Current the SPY is in negative gamma environment. Okay. I don't really trade with that, but you can kind of catch a tell on this type of price action. Yeah, I do like their money management settings too in deep charts. It's pretty elaborate. You could set yourself up with, percentage of your capital. You could set a fixed amount and then it'll automatically calculate the position size for you on every trade. And like, I don't understand why NinjaTrader doesn't have a tool like this, like how TradingView obviously has. It seems like it's a pretty simple tool to make. And the thing I like about on deep charts is that you can just activate the, you can activate an order right there, right from your risk to reward chart. And then from here, you can go into money, show settings, and then you can base it off of a fixed quantity amount based on the risk that you want to do, the target. It's got some pretty, I don't know. I think it's got some pretty good features to it. Versus this tool, which I'm sure everybody's used once and then figured out that it's absolutely terrible. You can't really play with one or the other. They go based on the percentage of risk that you want. I don't think you can make a trade from there. I don't think you can. It'd be funny if you could. No. I mean, this risk to reward tool on NinjaTrader is a joke. I mean, that should have been fixed in updates a long time ago. Shit. Oh man, I missed it right there. What the hell was I doing there? I would have got knocked out, right? Ooh. What's the 60 showing? 60's not showing much. Very unlikely for a breakout here. I just don't see a breakout. I see this being breakout material here. I'm still watching this here. This doesn't look convincing to me here. Oh. Alright, that looks a little more convincing. So it's weird now. Now it showed up. Oh, so it shows it when you break. I understand. All right, let me take a look here. This looks dumpy to me. $60 looks pretty dumpy. Let's see here. I got a good target. Dang. This is our target right here. Dang. You are not giving us an entry, are you? What's 120 saying? No flip there, no flip there. All right, maybe they want to do some price discovery up here. Not convinced. Not convinced here. Not worth the capital here. But I wanted to show you, I don't know, I guess it only appears, so you guys don't think I'm lying. They do give you TPs on the breakout of the initial balance. This is one of their, they call it protection level. But I guess it only appears once a breakout occurs, because then this just popped up on my chart from the 30-minute. Now, I would have assumed that when we broke to the long... Oh, it's a long-only strategy. Okay. Yeah, his is based on longs only. So that's why I wouldn't plot it on the short. All right. Kind of dumb, but figured I'd show it to you guys. Really wasn't expecting like any type of breakout up here, but if anything, it looks to me more dumpy. Not getting any type of signal. In fact, volume showing buyers in control here, so kind of hard to take a shorty there. Get rid of this. This was the IB right there. We do have a good target. If I had something to take a trade from, probably the 29,800s, the key level up there. Yeah, they're not giving me any signs there. Well, damn. I didn't really get a good entry. I mean, there was really nothing to enter there off of, at least that I saw. You know, right here, maybe absorption here of buyers right there with the flip. But it's not where I would want to take that trade from. But they went right to where I had unbalanced for TP. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm pretty happy with the profits today. Pretty happy with the trades. I need a positive day to kind of right the ship here a little bit after some unfortunate trades the last couple of days. So I'm going to call it a morning, and I'll see you guys here tomorrow, Thursday. We do have Cash Profit Friday on Friday, and I will be giving out a Lucid eval, 50K flex eval on Friday as well. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't, hit the like button on the stream. I appreciate it. And if you are thinking about getting any of the prop firms that I have up on the screen, just use code TraderRob. Appreciate it, guys. Have a great day.